Maybe the dark is from your eyes. This is a line from a Grateful Dead song that I like called Shakedown Street. And I'm going to use it to depict a point. Um, so, good and bad, right and wrong, evil and just and all these opposites. Um, they they're relative. It doesn't seem that way without investigating this, but um, we project different values and meanings out into the world, so to speak, um, when we have an agenda and we use our perception as a means to an end. The agenda is survival. The end is survival. So we use our perception as a means to survival. Um, what we call bad or dark or in a bad negative way or negative or gloomy or evil or wrong, these are things, if you really look at it um objectively, so to speak, these are things that are detrimental to your survival, or at least perceived as such. So when something is a threat to your survival, it's evil. Just notice this. This explains a lot of why there are different cultures or different nations or groups of people who call each other evil. You might have one group over here, and then you have another group over here, and this group thinks it's good, and that this group is a threat to this group's survival. So this is good and this is evil. And from this perspective, for it's an absolute. It seems like this is definitely evil. It's just kind of like written in stone. And vice versa, the other way around. This group thinks it's good, and it thinks that this group is evil because it's a threat to this group's survival. So this is interesting because we're taught at a young age, at least I was, and most of us, I believe, are taught that um, there are certain things that are just evil, outright evil in the world. And there are some things that just about any group can agree with being evil. But notice that thing that they can almost all agree on is a threat to all of their survival. So, uh, you know, if you really boil it down, it's like survival good, death bad. And even that's not set in stone. I mean, if we look at life, there's a lot of there's there's um there's life and there's death. And without death, there wouldn't be enough room on this planet for life. So it's not inherently bad. Death is not inherently bad. Um, and this is a hard pill to swallow if you've never thought about this before. But um, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything. All I'm saying is that it's not inherently good or bad. It just is. And if we can realize that the other that we may point a finger at and demonize and call evil is just like us because they have the same values in the sense that they value life and oppose anything that's a threat to their survival. we all have that in common, just about. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody doesn't have that value, but I would think that everyone or very close to everybody would have those values. Um, so when we're see the thing is that we're all different cultures, different people. We all have different needs. We also have different self-images and identity, which we're concerned about surviving because we identify with that self-identity. So, not only are we concerned about the survival of our biological body, but we're also, if not even more, concerned about the survival of our self-identity. But the thing is that since we all live in different climates, we have different cultures, we have different belief systems. Our strategies for survival are going to be different, and sometimes they may oppose others' strategies for survival. But this doesn't mean that one side is good or one side's evil. It means that they're really more alike than not alike. It's just that they have different strategies. Both have strategies, both value survival, both um, project the label evil onto anything that is threat to their survival. Um, so instead of just trying to stamp out the other side, because the thing is, if everyone tries to stamp out the other side, then we're all in danger because everyone's just trying to stamp each other out. Um, yeah, if you notice, a lot of evil is committed with the intention of getting rid of evil. Um, because the way to solve this problem fundamentally is to have awareness and understanding towards other people's survival strategies because we may be able to um, create bridges, so to speak, bridges of understanding and bridges of accommodation. Um, you know, and in order to have peace and for everybody to get along and love each other, that's going to take seeing the similarities and seeing the bigger picture um, of how to actually not destroy ourselves um, by everyone stamping each other out. It's better to really notice how we're the same. Um, and to realize that like if you were that person, you'd have the same desire to live. It's just your strategies would be different because of the circumstances. It's good to be curious and to learn about these circumstances and to have empathy and compassion. In my mind, that's the only way to progress as a species on this planet, where we're becoming more and more globalized, more and more connected. The only way we're all kind of bumping into each other, all these different nations, and um, I think it's really important to really appreciate how we're the same and to realize that we're projecting evil because of a lack of awareness of that sameness and to realize that the way to succeed as a species is through compassion and understanding. So, yeah, that's that episode there. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button. If you know anybody who might like this, then please share it. If you have anything you want to say, then please comment down below. And if you want to get notifications whenever I drop something, hit that little bell button. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.